Conservative New Media viewers, we've got the recap and some reaction to the third installment of the HBO 24/7 Pacquiao vs. Marquez series that aired yesterday night. Episode 3 started out with Juan Manuel Marquez at the Galeria Plaza de las Estrellas in Mexico City. Marquez was honored by having a plaque made for him in the plaza's Walk of Fame. The fighter said that he is carrying a nation with him when he fights, and the narrator added that this responsibility is one Marquez accepts. The scene then shifted to the Romanza gym in Mexico City, where Marquez trains. We've got to see a very fit and muscular-looking Marquez engaging in some state-of-the-art training with weights and doing boxing-specific exercises with the weights. Marquez said that though his training was good before he faced Floyd Mayweather at a similar weight, his conditioning is superior for the bout with Pacquiao. At the end of this segment, we saw Marquez heading to a local hospital to use a hyperbaric chamber to recover from his workout. The fighter said he has been using the chamber for 4 years, and he said it helps him recover well. The show then moved to the Wild Card Gym in Los Angeles. We saw a woman dressed up as Manny Pacquiao for Halloween, and then moved along to the Manny Pacquiao merchandise and tattoo shop near the Wild Card. At the shop, Pacquiao's longtime friend, Restituto Boo-Boy Fernandez, was getting a tattoo of a meteor placed on his left forearm. Pacquiao explained that the meteor tattoo is something that many members of his entourage have. The narrator explained that Boo-Boy and Pacquiao have known each other since they both lived in poverty in the Philippines. Pacquiao said that his desire to help Fernandez out was a mission from God. Fernandez said that he never could have imagined how far he and Pacquiao have come. He also said that there are presently around 50 to 60 members of Team Pacquiao. We then went back to the Romanza gym, where we met Marquez's original boxing mentor, Rafael Rojas. Rojas, who is 89 years old, said that when the time came, he introduced Marquez to his current trainer, Nacho Beristain. Also shown at the Romanza gym was highly regarded Mexican junior middleweight Alfredo Angulo, who is another of Beristain's charges. Angulo was shown in preparation for his fight against American James Kirkland. Back in the United States, we got to see the Oxnard, California home of Pacquiao's sparring partner, David Rodella. We learned that Pacquiao had helped Rodella purchase the home, and a grateful Rodella said that the best way he could pay Pacquiao back was to be as good of a sparring partner as he could be. The narrator said that Rodella has worked in sparring with Pacquiao for 13 of the Filipinos' fights. Pacquiao was shown working with Rodella and 2 of his other sparring partners. Each of the 3 sparring partners was said to present different facets of Marquez's abilities. At the end of the segment, Rodella said that he doesn't think the fight will last more than 6 rounds. We then returned to Mexico City and the home of Nacho Beristain. The trainer said that Marquez looks more solid now than he did for the Mayweather bout. He also said that, unlike for that fight, this time Marquez looks like he has the explosive speed he will need to compete with Pacquiao. He said that although there are bold predictions coming out of the Pacquiao team, he is confident that Marquez will win. The scene then shifted to Media Day at the Romanza gym. The narrator explained that one of the stars of that show was Angel Hernandez, the physical trainer for Marquez. Hernandez, we were told, was a key figure in the Balco laboratory scandal that rocked the United States. The investigation into that case involved performance-enhancing drugs and high-level athletes. Hernandez gave his thoughts on the matter and said that Marquez is completely clean and would take any test to prove it. Marquez made that same point himself. Back at the Wild Card, Pacquiao's physical trainer, Alex Ariza, said that he is unconcerned about any steroid rumors surrounding Hernandez. Ariza added that he didn't think even divine intervention could help Marquez beat Pacquiao now. Ariza added that he feels this training camp has been the best and most consistent one he has been a part of with Pacquiao. Freddie Roach, Pacquiao's trainer, agreed with Ariza and said that he sees a fire in Pacquiao that has not been present for some time. Pacquiao said that this fight is the most important fight of his career. Roach then added, quote, "Manny Pacquiao is a machine, and that machine will execute," unquote. Pacquiao, like Marquez, looks to be in incredible shape as we see him shirtless in training. The narrator explained that Pacquiao was staying in an apartment complex in L.A. instead of in his own Los Angeles mansion for this fight. Many members of his entourage have traveled with him and are staying with him in the apartment complex, which is helping the fighter to feel more at ease as he trains. As Episode 3 neared its conclusion, we saw footage of people in Mexico City dressed up for the Day of the Dead holiday. The narrator explained that the holiday is done to honor family and friends who are deceased. It was also said that the ceremony has its roots in ancient times and is about community. In the final montage of the program, we saw images from the Day of the Dead mixed with those of Pacquiao and Marquez training. The narrator said, in a reference to the Day of the Dead proceedings, that the way in which Manny Pacquiao and Juan Manuel Marquez's souls communicate with the world is through fighting, and that their matchup is just 1 week away. As the fight is next Saturday, the final episode of this 24/7 series will air on both HBO and CNN on Friday, November 11th, 2011. Now, some quick thoughts on Episode 3. Number 1, both fighters look in absolute peak mental and physical condition for this fight. Given that, as well as how evenly suited their styles have proven in the past, this should be an electric, highly competitive fight on November 12th, 2011 in Las Vegas. I think this bout has Fight of the Year written all over it. Second, I have really enjoyed getting to know more of Juan Manuel Marquez, Nacho Beristain, and Mexico City. Though we were introduced to Marquez in the 24/7 with Mayweather, I feel as though I have gotten to know him, his family, his trainers, and the city and culture of Mexico City much more the second time around. Third, and finally, one of the best aspects of this 24/7 series, to me, is that it has excelled without any need or inclusion of trash-talking, fake drama, or bad characters on either side. There are many people who have seemed to feel that someone has to play the villain in these series for them to be interesting. But I think the Pacquiao-Marquez 24/7 has definitively shown that is not the case. What makes this series and this fight so interesting is that there is no one to root against. And so there is actually more tension because you don't want to see either man lose. But one man will almost certainly lose next Saturday night. And though you don't really want to see that happen to either man, it makes you that much more interested to see the fight. Well, that's our take on Episode 3 of 24/7 Pacquiao vs. Marquez. Let us know what you thought of the show in the comments below. How are you enjoying the series? How excited are you for the fight? Who do you think's going to win? You tell us with your comments. We're just 1 week away, folks. Get ready. For Conservative New Media, this is Paul F. Villarreal.